Hello, y'all. Hello, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey, Cat. Hey, let me see. Let me go all the way back up. Hey, Miss Jennifer George. Hey, in the say on to everybody. Hey, Lisa Brown. Hey, Kelbo. Kelbo, hello. How you doing? Hey, Movado. Okay, baby. She's hey in the safe zone, not staying long, but we'll catch a replay. Okay, hey, Sonia. All is well, Sonia. All is well. Hey, Leslie. How you doing, honey? Hey, Viola. Broken but unbroken. Hi. Hey, honey. She's high again. And it says on the chat, hey, baby. Gloria said, hey. Hey, Miss Audrey. How are you? Hi, Jason. Hey, y'all. What is good? What is good? What is good? Welcome to In the Safe Zone if you are always here. And welcome back to In the Safe Zone. Welcome back to In the Safe Zone if you are always here. And welcome to In the Safe Zone if you are new here. Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button for me, please. And thank you. Hi, Ramonia J. Hi, love. Hit the like button for me, y'all. If you are, please and thank you. If you have not already done so, coming in the door. It does not cost a thing. It is free. Thank you. Hey, Riri, how y'all doing? Shut it live for me, if you will. If you are a content creator and you have a community wall, or if you have a community wall, share me to your community post wall. Thank you. Happy Thursday, everybody. How y'all doing? I want to come on in and get my little commentary out the way on today. And I've been trying to do this commentary for about 2 weeks and I ain't been able to get it in, but I'm going to get it in today, guys. I am going to get it in today. So, let me start by saying thank y'all for coming in and tuning in. Y'all always pull up on your girl when I hit that live button. Not sure how my notifications are doing, but hopefully things are getting better with my notifications and all of that good stuff. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Hey, Blessed Dynasty. She said, hey, in the say zone in the chat. Much love, boo, to you and everybody in the chat. Thank you, honey. Hey, Johnny Jacobs. Give me a 1 if y'all can hear me. So I am going to go ahead and get started on this good commentary on autism. And what does it mean to be on the spectrum, guys? Autism, and what does it mean to be on the spectrum? Now, anybody in the chat that's here, do you suffer from autism? Do you have children suffering from autism? Family members suffering from autism? Let me know in the chat, if you are familiar with this particular disorder. Because I just want to bring a little, what do you call it? I want to bring a little awareness to autism and what does it mean to be on the spectrum. What does it mean to be on the spectrum? And I just kind of want to know if anybody is dealing with it, if any of your children are dealing with it, or close family members, or anything like that. Okay, so we have, let's just say, hit the like button. Badges are available. Grab you one. Absolutely. And I need to drop my link just in case somebody want to become a member over here. So let me see. I'm gonna drop my link because I don't know. Leslie, do you have my link, baby? I probably hadn't sent it to you. Riri, I know you got it. So if one of y'all got the link, just go ahead and drop it for me at some point. Hit that like button, share the live, and we're going to dive right on into what is autism. Okay, so Johnny says, my grandson is on the spectrum. Okay. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about what does it mean to be on the spectrum. What does it mean to be on the spectrum? Autism, also known as autism spectrum disorder, is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by social interaction and communication challenges, as well as restricted or repetitive behavior patterns. The condition is lifelong and symptoms can vary considerably from one person to the next. Symptoms involve challenges or differences in intellectual, language, social, and motor abilities. People with autism may learn, act, think, and communicate differently than people who do not have autism spectrum disorder. Autism is referred to as a spectrum disorder because there is so much variation in terms of the type of symptoms people experience and the severity of those symptoms. You might want to know what are some of the signs and symptoms of autism. While symptoms are often highly variable, they usually begin to appear before the age of 3. Parents may notice symptoms associated with how their children interact socially, their responsiveness to stimulation, and their ability to communicate. Symptoms of autism include repetitive behaviors, limited interest, and problems with interaction. While people with autism spectrum disorder may not show all of these symptoms, they usually show several of the following, which is trouble making eye contact, difficulty following and engaging in conversation, extreme distress when routines are disrupted, facial expressions that don't match their verbal communication, heightened sensitivity to sensory stimuli, including their taste, light, texture, and smell, intense interest in certain subjects, lack of enjoyment in activities, problems expressing feelings or needs in words, not engaging in pretend play, slow or absent response to people trying to gain their attention, stemming behaviors like self-stimulating, repetitive actions such as rocking, walking on their toes, or flapping their hands, trouble seeing things from another person's point of view. It is important to remember that because autism is a spectrum condition, people can have symptoms that are described as mild, moderate, or severe. Some people may have many symptoms, but only experience them to a mild degree and can be considered high functioning. In other cases, people might only have a few symptoms in key areas, but experience several impairments due to those symptoms. People who have milder autism symptoms are often able to function in their daily lives. Still, they may be more likely to have other mental health concerns, including excessive stress, obsessive behaviors, sensory issues, anxiety, and depression. Autism is usually diagnosed in childhood, but sometimes it is identified until later in life. It can occur in people of all economic backgrounds, genders, races, and ethnicities. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Erica. Here are some signs that you may need to watch for. Every child is different, but some signs that may indicate that a professional evaluation is needed includes, hey, Myra, hey, go get 'em, lack of smiling or happy expressions by the time they get 6 months, when they are not babbling by the age of 1. Hey, Royalty Queen. Hey, boo. Lack of response when the child's name is called. Y'all, these are signs to watch for, okay? Lack of response when the child's name is called. If they not reaching for objects by the age of 1. Lack of single word speech by 16 months. No 2-word phrases by the time they get 2. Loss of any speech or social skills. If you notice any of these types of things in your child, then it may warrant you getting them tested or getting them evaluated for autism. I'm going to kind of go over those again, okay? Trouble making eye contact. Lack of smiling or happy expressions by the time they get 6 months old. No babbling by the age 1. If your baby not babbling and making baby noises and everything by age 1, that may be a cause for concern. When they don't respond when you call their name, that may be a time for concern. If they're not reaching for objects by the age of 1, if they can't do 2-word phrases by the age of 2, and if they lack single word speech by 16 months, it may warrant an evaluation, guys. Now, you may want to know, how do you diagnose autism on the spectrum? Signs of autism are typically first noticed by parents, but they may also be spotted by other caregivers, teachers, or doctors. Hey, Miss Dorothy, how you doing, boo? Early screening and evaluation are important. If you are concerned about your child's behavior, it is important to talk to your child's doctor. The sooner a diagnosis is made, the sooner interventions can begin. There is no specific blood test or brain scan for determining whether someone has autism. Doctors can diagnose it by examining behaviors and asking questions about their development. Usually a teacher or a caretaker gonna notice a lot of these things along with parents. A lot of times parents, parents tend to kind of look over things like this and, not really focus on things like this or are in denial about things like this. So that means your teachers, your caregivers, other family members might notice like, hey, I think it's something going on with your baby, or I think something might be going on because I'm noticing that they're not reaching for things, they're not responding when we call their name. Other people might notice the things that the parents don't notice. So that's a key. That's a key. That's a key. They may say, your child don't look me in my eye when I'm talking, or they looking all around everywhere else. It's just different things like that other people might pick up on that a parent is just not picking up on. So that's a good thing that teachers are basically kind of trained to notice different types of behaviors. And that is why a lot of kids are, actually diagnosed with autism because of their teachers or their caregivers. Thank you, Aaron. Hey, Sheila. She said, good afternoon in the same zone. Hey, April. She said, I'm glad I caught this live. Me too, April. Me too. Russell Queen, hey, beautiful. Can you drop in the same zone link? I don't have it right now. Hit the like button and get yourself a membership. Thank you. Yes, please. Anybody here that got my link, just drop it for me, okay? There is no specific blood test or brain scan for determining whether someone has autism. Doctors can diagnose it by examining behaviors and asking questions about development. Same thing with ADHD, ADD. My sound. What about now? What about now? Yes, no, maybe. I'm good now. Okay, it was my beats kicked in, y'all. I hate when they do that. Okay, hey Princess. Hey Katrina. Okay, y'all telling me my sound low. Okay, I'm clear now. Okay. So what I was saying was it's no specific blood test or brain scan for determining whether someone has autism. Doctors can diagnose it by examining behaviors and asking questions about development. I was saying that it's the same with ADD, ADHD, oppositional defiant disorders, all of those childhood, mental disorders. Is all diagnosed the same way. They can't draw your blood and figure out what's going on. All of it is based on observation, questions, and things like that. Doing regular developmental checkups during childhood, doctors track developmental milestones and screen for different types of developmental delays. When children don't meet certain milestones, they may receive further evaluation. During an additional evaluation, a group of specialists, which may include a developmental pediatrician, a child psychiatrist, and a speech language pathologist, will assess age appropriate behavior, cognitive skills, and language abilities. Some type of tests that may be used in diagnosing autism include the Childhood Autism Rating Scale, the Gilliam Autism Rating Scale, the Autism Diagnostic Interview, and the Autism Diagnostic Observation Scale. These are common scales that's used during evaluations. Healthcare professionals will want to consider other conditions that may fit better than autism. Some other tests to consider include hearing loss, seizure disorders, speech and language delays, intellectual disabilities, And symptoms typically appear during the first 3 years of a child's life and can be reliably diagnosed in children as young as 2, which means children can be diagnosed with autism at the age of 2, whereas ADHD and ADD, they don't typically diagnose those particular disorders until a child is 6 or 7 years old. Hold on, y'all. It's hot in here. Okay. Like I said, with ADD and ADHD, typically they don't diagnose those type of disorders until a child is 6 or 7 years old. They can diagnose autism as early as the age of 2. The frequency of autism occurs in approximately 1% to 2% of the U.S. population. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the condition exists in all ethnic, racial, and socioeconomic groups. So it hit anybody. It hit any and everybody. However, they found that autism is 4 times more common in boys than girls. So this means most times you're going to see it in little boys as opposed to little girls. Prevalent studies also indicate that autism diagnosis is more common now than in the past. According to the CDC, 1 in 54 children were diagnosed by the age of 8 in 2016. 44 children in 2018, and 1 in 36 children in 2020. The increase is thought to be due to increased public awareness, better screening services, and the increase in the survival of premature babies. Hey Marina, how you doing from Italy, baby? Thank you, Jersey girl, for being being a part of Peace, Love, and Joy for 7 months. Blessings to be in the safe zone. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is. I know kids like this. Thanks for explaining, boo. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's all about the awareness, and just bringing light to, different disorders, different issues, different things. Hey, Miss V, how you doing, love? Hey, Cordelius. So now we're going to talk a little bit about causes. While the exact cause of autism is unknown, research suggests that the condition likely has a genetic aspect. So y'all, what that means is 9 times out of 10, if your child is dealing with autism and on the spectrum, 9 times out of 10 is hereditary. It's in the genes somewhere. It's in the genes somewhere. Hey, Lakeisha, thanks everyone for hitting that like button. Yes, please and thank you. Let's see. Okay, I can see y'all now. So, 9 times out of 10, it's genetic. It's some genetic genes going on somewhere if your child or somebody maybe suffering with autism or on the spectrum. They saying it can be genetic related. Does the study say why there is so much autism diagnosed today versus the past? It said, Miss V, I just read that. Hold on. What did it say? This here says, prevalent statistics also indicate that autism diagnosis is more common now than in the past, according to the CDC. And they said the increase is thought to be due to increased public awareness, better screening services, and the increase in the survival of premature babies. So they are saying that it's more diagnosis of autism today than it was before, and that's only because of awareness, better screening tools, and different things like that. That's why. What happens is, back then, autism was going undiagnosed. Pretty much is what they saying in this study. Hey, Miss Gwen. Hey, Miss Diva. Hey, Life for Patricia. Hey, Candace. How you doing, boo? Please subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Please and thank you. So, Ms. V, research that points to genetic connection includes studies showing that the children who have a sibling with autism are at a higher risk of having autism. However, research has found that only 20% can be directly attributable to genetic causes. Further research is needed to understand better how specific genetic mutations or variations may contribute to the development of autism spectrum disorder. While genes are thought to be a key contributor, studies have also shown that premature birth and advanced paternal age are also linked to the onset of autism. Certain drugs, toxins, and maternal illnesses during pregnancy have also been linked to a higher risk for autism spectrum disorder. Research has repeatedly demonstrated that vaccines do not cause autism. Miss Diva said, I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. What you don't believe, Miss Diva? Hello to everyone coming in. What you don't believe, Miss Diva? Okay, these are the different types of autism. When a person is diagnosed with autism, they will also have their functional level identified. There are 3 different levels of autism spectrum disorder. Number 1, you got level 1, high functioning. These are the autistic kids that's on the spectrum that requires support, total support. You got level 2 on the spectrum, which is moderately severe. And these are the children that require substantial support. Then you got level 3, severe. These are the children that requires very substantial support. So you got 3 different levels of being on the spectrum. You got the level 1, which is high functioning. You got the level 2, which is moderately severe. And then you got the level 3, which is severe. And those are the ones that need substantial support from the parents, from the caregivers, and the caretakers. These levels are used to describe how severe behaviors and social skills are affected and how much support is needed. Level 1 requires support. This is a mild form of autism. People who have this type may have problems with like social relationships and restrictive behaviors. They usually only need minimal support to function in their everyday life. They high functioning. That's just like mental illness. We got people up here that's very high functioning. And then we got people up here that's very low functioning. Everybody is on levels, you know. Level 1 requires little support. Level 2 requires substantial support. Those with level 2 autism spectrum disorder need more support. Their social difficulties are apparent. You can notice them. You can see them. They may have problems communicating and need assistance to manage problematic behaviors. Ms. V said, okay, on my way to get my autistic baby now. I have so many brothers and sisters. It hurts to see the parents dealing with more than one child. All my kids are severe. Oh, Ms. V, my heart go out to you. But I am so, so thankful and grateful that you are working with these autistic children. My hat off to you, Ms. V. Thank you. Thank you. A friend of mine has a son that was over 2 pounds. He's a teenager now, and he's on the spectrum. You're definitely speaking fast. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to put the awareness out there, y'all. I'm trying to put it out there. Hey, LaWanda. Now, level 3, this is the most extreme. This is the most extreme. People with level 3 autism have symptoms that interfere with their ability to live and function independently. These are your ones that just can't function independently on their own. People with this level of autism often do not communicate verbally. They're non-verbal. They struggle with change, have repetitive or restrictive behaviors, and may be acutely sensitive to sensory stimuli. Judge Girl said, great live in the States. No, thank you, boo. Now, you got previous types, okay? You got previous types. The 2013 publication of the DSM-4 marked significant changes in how autism was classified and diagnosed. Until this new publication of the DSM, which is the 5, Experts referred to 2 different types of autism. This included Asperger's syndrome, pervasive developmental disorder, and autistic disorder. These are the 3 that's, in the DSM-5 now. That's the current book that's used for diagnosing in my particular field, okay? Asperger's was described as a mild form of autism marked by normal intellectual functioning but difficulty with social reaction. So if you got somebody that's diagnosed with Asperger's, these are the ones that's mild autistic. They may have issues with social interaction, different things like that, relationships, but they're not severely affected by their autism. That's Asperger's. Pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified, was a moderate form of autism that was more pronounced than Asperger's. Then you had autistic disorder. It's more severe form of autism marked by serious deficits than Asperger's and pervasive developmental disorder. Today, though, these conditions are simply known as autism spectrum disorder. Today, on this day and age, everything is autism spectrum disorder. While the above types are no... I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry. I think I was froze. That's weird. Am I okay? My phone doing something crazy. Let me know. Put a 1, y'all. Put a 1. Somebody put a 1. Just let me know. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I'm back. I had a call. Okay, Blessed Dynasty. Somebody else said, that was Go Getter said, my friend has a 40-year-old autistic son and he barely speaks but can communicate by pointing and shaking his head. Go Getter. That's the severe type of autism on the spectrum. That's the severe. When they're nonverbal, behavior issues, all of those types of things, don't talk, that's that more severe side of the autism. That's like the 3rd level, what you're talking about. Like I was telling y'all earlier, the Asperger's and the pervasive developmental disorder, they don't even diagnose those anymore. Today, these conditions are simply known as autism spectrum disorder. While the above types are no longer official diagnoses, some people still find them useful as a way to describe how symptoms are experienced and what their levels of severity are. For example, people often find that Asperger's is helpful as a self-identity or to connect with peers with similar experiences. I'm sure y'all don't know. How many in this chat know somebody from back then that has Asperger's, that has been diagnosed with Asperger's? Do anybody know anybody that was diagnosed with Asperger's from back then? I know one person, my niece. Oh, I blacked out a few times. Okay, that's what I thought I did. I don't know what was going on. Right. He's spectrum. He can take care of himself and everything, but you can see that he's always moving around, but he's like a normal child and he's a sweetheart. Absolutely. Let me tell y'all something else about autistic kids. Autistic children are very smart. Very smart. Where they lack in one thing, they pick up in something else. My son, brother is autistic and he on the spectrum. Very smart. A champion swimmer, win medals and everything. Just completed his first year of college. Very smart. These children are awesome, y'all. I love them. I just love them to death. They awesome. They just different in little ways than our other children, but they smart, super smart, can accomplish a lot of things in life. That's what we want to hold on to when you think about autism, because you used to hear people frown on my child autistic, and people frown on that. But in this day and age, these kids are super sweet and super smart. Hey, Jackie, why are there more boys affected by, you know what? They said it. They said boy. They didn't say why, but they said more boys are affected than girls. Let me see if they gave an explanation. Hold on. No explanation. No explanation. But they said it affects little boys more than little girls. Okay, let's talk about treatments. While autism is a lifelong condition, hold on, y'all. I have a grandson who has autism. Okay, Jackie, my niece has autism. While autism is a lifelong condition, some treatments can help with many symptoms and improve a person's ability to function in different areas of life. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, treatment should begin as quickly as possible following a diagnosis. There is no single treatment that is best. People with autism have a wide range of symptoms, so that means that each person is different. Some of the treatment options that might be used include medications and therapy, y'all. While no specific medication is approved to treat autism, a doctor may prescribe certain medicines that will alleviate certain symptoms. Medications such as SSRIs, antipsychotics, stimulants, and anti-anxiety medicines and anticonvulsants may help with symptoms like aggression, anxiety, attention problems, depression, hyperactivity, inappropriate speech, irritability, obsessive compulsive tendencies, and social withdrawal. You can also get your child in therapy, behavioral and developmental therapy. Treatment for autism often focus on behavior, psychological, or skills training intervention. Hey, Miss Betty. One commonly used approach is applied behavior analysis. That's ABA therapy. That's one of the best therapies out there for children that has autism. It utilizes reinforcements to teach and reinforce desirable behaviors and skills. Then you got other common therapies like CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, early interventions, pivotal response therapy, relationship development intervention, and verbal behavior therapy. You got several types of therapies out there that you can put your babies in if they have diagnosis of autism. Such treatments are designed to help people with the spectrum disorder to foster cognitive skills, improve their existing strengths, increase their language and communication variables, and improve their social skills. To each their own. I just don't agree with those meds for my kids. My friend refused medication. I totally understand, Leslie. I do. And like the article said, there is no medication designed to treat autism in itself. What the medication does is it treats the symptoms. It treats the symptoms. And those symptoms include exactly what I was just saying. When those kids are aggressive, they got medicine that control their aggressive behavior. When those kids are anxious and full of anxiety, they got medicine that can control the anxiety. When they're depressed, when they're, dealing with attention problems, irritable, inappropriate speech, obsessive compulsive tendencies, social withdrawal, the medication can help treat some of those symptoms. But there is no particular medicine per se that's going to treat autism. The medicine only treats the symptoms. And if the symptoms are not very bad and you can work with the symptoms and deal with them, they don't need the medication at all. They can go through therapy. The ABA therapy, that's one of the best therapies for autism. Because a lot of parents don't want their children on medicine. And I totally get that and understand that. So then once you get away from the medicine, you have to put your child in therapy. Because your child got to have something to help them with this disorder. If they're not going to take medications to treat the symptoms, then the therapy comes in as a way to cope with the symptoms. So I totally get it, y'all. For everybody saying the children don't want to be on the medicine, I get it. I get it. I didn't want my son on medicine with this ADHD, but I had to come to terms and come to grips with it and say, okay, you know what? He needs this medicine. He got to have this medicine. He needs it. So once we determined that he needed this medicine because these symptoms was out of control and we didn't know how to deal with it, and it was affecting his school, his grades, everything, we had to come to terms and say, okay, he got to be put on medicine. And it's the best decision we made because the medication has, thoroughly helped Jarrell with his symptoms. But to each his own, like Miss Leslie said, everybody don't want their children medicated. I have a granddaughter on the spectrum, and she's in her second year of college, and she has multiple certifications. That's what I'm telling you. Super smart. They're definitely smart, and don't forget nothing that happened years ago when we may have forgotten about it. Absolutely. I'll just love them to death. They sweethearts. They are sweethearts. Y'all hit the like button and support this channel, please, and thank you. Thank you. My grandson is not on any meds either. Okay, Miss Gwen. ABA has been helpful. Gwen, I know that is one of the better therapies for autistic children. I wish I was proficient and certified in ABA, but I'm not. Mine is CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. But I love the way ABA helps with our babies with this and teach them different things and teach the parents and alike how to cope with the symptoms. It's great. It's great, y'all. The belt work for my grandson as far as his behavior. My son is using the same methods he grew up with. The belt work for my. What you mean, Miss Riri? The belt work. Wait. The belt works for my grandson as far as his behavior. My son is using the same methods he grew up with. Okay. And if that works, Riri, okay. My grandson used to be a runner, and the whole school had to be locked down. His teacher back then was too old to catch him. Okay. I'm watching you and watching Mari now. Okay, Avery. Is it good? Okay, so those are the different types of therapies that you can use. ABA, developmental therapy, cognitive behavior therapy, verbal behavior therapy. It's a lot available for parents dealing with autistic children. You just have to be able to seek out, the different resources and therapies and treatments. You just have to seek out for it. First of all, you got to identify it, and then you got to get your child evaluated, and then your child will be diagnosed, and then you and the doctors can figure out the best course of treatment. And like I said, it don't have to be medication. It don't have to be medication. I totally agree. Coping. This is a big thing. Hey, Sting, coping. In addition to seeking professional treatment, there are also a number of self-help strategies that you can use to help cope with some of the symptoms of autism. Some things that you can look at is be accepting. Rather than focusing on differences, try viewing these unique characteristics as just part of who someone is. Practice acceptance and unconditional love instead of focusing on trying to fix the things that make someone different from others. Create a relaxing and comfortable environment. Pay attention to things that may be a source of stress, such as sensory stimuli, such as loud noises and bright lights. Y'all know autistic children gravitate toward water. For whatever reason, autistic children love water. So that's another thing you have to be aware of and that you have to be cautious of, because autistic children are drawn to water. I've seen stories where the autistic child walked to the pond, walked to the river, gravitated toward the water and got in and drowned. So you have to be careful. Even though water may be a sense of stimuli for them, like a calming effect or whatever, you have to be careful with that. Because if they see the water, they want to get in, and they eventually get in, and that's how some of our autistic children are drowning. So you have to be mindful, of those types of things. I know kids with ADHD from starting school, acting out in school without meds. I know kids with ADHD from starting school, acting out in school without meds. He's in high school now, and you wouldn't think he's ADHD. Now he acts like a normal child and very smart. A lot of times, Leslie, they grow out of it. By the time they hit high school, a lot of times they have started to grow out of ADHD and that diagnosis. And normally, when they get to a certain age, that diagnosis is transformed into an adult diagnosis. So a lot of times, yes, absolutely. They learn to cope, recognize, and do what they need to do, even without medicine. And they function fine. They function fine. Hey, beautiful diva. How you doing, baby? A big delay with some families is accepting the diagnosis. Absolutely, absolutely. And that was what the problem was in my family with my grandson. His mother and his father didn't want to accept that. And I had to tell them, it's no not accepting. It's there. It's been there. I seen it at age 2. And I was trying to tell them, but nobody wanted to accept it. And we didn't get him diagnosed until he was 6, 7 even. So, you're absolutely right. Philip says prayer changes things. Prayer is always in order. Sting said that's probably because water is soothing. Yeah, autistic children gravitate toward water. My grandson used to love the water and the pool, but not anymore. Okay. Hey, Wendy. She's in the safe zone. Let's say you right in the safe zone. They will stay in the bathroom playing in the water. She have to tell them to get out the bathroom playing in the water. They gravitate toward the water. But although that can be a great thing, that could be, not so great thing. That's why I brought that little tidbit out, because you have to really watch those children. You have to, especially when you got pools, ponds, rivers, and different things around your house or wherever you live, and they can possibly drown because they love the water and they want to get in and they want to play. Okay? But coping, you want to be accepting. You want to create a relaxing and comfortable environment. Pay attention to things that may be a source of stress, such as sensory stimuli and loud noises and bright lights. If you got bright lights and loud noises, you're going to want to kind of tone that down, because you know that that's something that will trigger your autistic child. Follow a schedule. People with autism do best with routines and structure. Keep things consistent each day, including meals, school, appointments, therapy, bedtime. When there are going to be changes and disruptions, be sure to give the individual plenty of warning and time to prepare. You don't just thrust something on an autistic child. You don't want to just push them into something. You want to prepare an autistic child for change, because autistic children don't do well with change. Okay? Join a support group. That can also be helpful. Look for local support groups in your area or join a group online. You can share your experiences, get support, learn about different treatments, and discover resources and different programs and things related to autism spectrum disorder. Y'all hate this thing have my lash looking weird. Learn to identify triggers. Y'all, this is the most important one. You got to know what triggers your autistic child. You got to look at that. You got to notice it. You got to be proactive and proficient in knowing what triggers your child. If certain things tend to trigger or disrupt and bring challenging behaviors, you can find ways to prevent or modify those situations. You can't always prevent triggers, y'all. And that's with anything, not just autism. Anything that trigger you can't always prevent it, but you got to know how to modify when you get in this situation. Pay attention to nonverbal communication, because people with autism often struggle with communication and social behaviors. They may not be able to tell you what's wrong. So you got to look at things such as their facial expressions, body language, and other nonverbal signals. Okay, pay attention to the nonverbal communication. They will act out in school, but don't act out like that at home. Yeah. And Leslie, that's another thing. Now, my grandbaby, he was acting out at home and at school. He was doing it in both places. And you're exactly right. A lot of times, teachers will send things home to the parent and be like, I really think your child got ADHD because they doing XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. But then when you're at home, you're not noticing all of those things. And you're like, well, he must only be doing this, or she must only be doing this in school because they don't do this at home. Absolutely, Leslie. They'll act out in school, but not necessarily at home. Now, fortunately for me and my folks, Jarrell was doing it everywhere. He was doing it everywhere. Y'all, my grandson seriously was doing it everywhere. But you're absolutely right, Leslie. This is definitely an awesome live, and it says I'm enjoying this topic too. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope a lot of people receive it. And for the ones that don't catch it in real time, hopefully we'll catch the replay and get this good, awesome, awesome, awesome awareness and commentary on autism. I just felt the need to cover it. You know, I wanted to cover it. I did ADHD, I did ADD. I just felt the need to cover this because it hits so many of our children. So many of them. Lastly, use positive reinforcement. The goal is to offer a reward when you catch them being good. When you notice that they are using a new skill or doing something good, praise them for that. Verbal encouragement can go a long way. But you can also use other desired rewards, such as stickers. We do that. We was doing that with Jarrell when he was a little younger. Not so much now because he's 10, but, you know, or preferred activities to reinforce appropriate behaviors. Using positive reinforcement. So let's backtrack a little bit on what I just said. When it relates to coping, absolutely interstate zone 100. Thank you, Gwen. I love me some interstate zone. I always be fast. Thank you, Leslie. Hey, Sandra Brown. She's a great live and great information. Thank you, boo. It's me, Reese. I have a son that definitely, honestly, I thought my grandson was also, because he wouldn't respond to his name, had hearing tests and he was fine. I told them it has to be something else. And what was he, autistic? Wow. No, he was diagnosed at about 2, but had never, but had to get them. What you trying to say, Riri? He was diagnosed at about 2, but had not got them to get him tested. Okay, I will let Miss V know so she can watch the replay. You know she wanted to hear this commentary. I know. Hopefully she'll catch the rest of it on the end. Miss V is awesome. She works with autistic kids every day. She's living it, you know. So I know she wanted to kind of hear, you know, the rest of this live. Shout out to the 49 people that hit the like button. I need one more like, y'all. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button. Drop on down and hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me. I know this is not, you know, the what you call it, the norm commentary. But you know, these are things, this is commentary that needs to go forth, y'all. I know it's not funny. I know, you know, it ain't, you know, ragtagging and all of that kind of stuff. And I know it ain't interesting, you know, to be in the lives like when we laughing and kikiing and everything. But this is commentary that have to go forth. You know, God put that on my heart himself, you know, to do this type of stuff with my channel. Because at first, my channel was going to be something totally different, you know, but, you know, God was like, you know, this is what you know, focus on. This is what you need to do. Bring the awareness to our people. Because a lot of people just don't know. Talk about their mental health. Talk about physical health. You know, talk about, you know, different disorders and different things that most people might not, you know, have information and privy to it. Bring the awareness. So that's what this channel was based on, you know, from the beginning. And that's what I like to do. You know, I wish it was where everybody be over here laughing and kikiing with me and stuff like this. Sometimes we do. A lot of times we do. But when it's, you know, content like this, I just like to bring it. And I like for everybody to receive it where they can take it, you know, and possibly help somebody along the way. That's what it's all about with me. Candace says, I have a friend who's 6-year-old is autistic, and then her older daughter has 2 sons, both autistic. One is level 1 and the other level 3. Ooh, Candace. So Candace, let me ask you this. How does she deal with it? You know, you said you got a friend whose 6-year-old is autistic, and then her older daughter has 2 sons, both autistic. So how does she cope with it? How are they doing? Are they pretty much getting like assistance and help? Do you know if they medicated or anything? How they doing? Because I know it got to be hard to deal with one autistic child, but to be around several, like that. Ooh, my heart go out. My heart go out. Great live, great live, very informative. And saying thank you, Larentina. How you doing, love? Like you said, they're smart. And some of them may talk about hurting themselves because they don't like when you be trying to tell them right from wrong, and they will do the same in school. Yes. They rebel. Yes. They smart, articulate. They have talents. Oh man, the hidden talents with these kids, y'all. Like I told you, my son, little brother, y'all, yeah, his daddy, Mario 36, his brother is 17, 18, and then his baby brother, I want to say, is 12. So the one that's 17, and I told you he just graduated, just did his first year of college at the University of Memphis, which is awesome. That boy is a champion swimmer, can swim like a fish, competes at the competes at the Special Olympics every year and win medals. Can swim like a fish. See what they lack in, this side, they pick up on the other side. They talented, very smart. And that's what I love about those children. Hey, Brittany Boo, how you doing? Hey, Sugar, she's saying, say on the chat. How you doing, Brittany? Where you been, Brittany? Where you been? Candace said, So they have all the programs that ABU mentioned, a speech therapist and everything. Good, Candace. That's awesome. Because I know it's difficult dealing with one autistic child, but when you're talking about it's 2 or 3 of them, I know that can be overwhelming for parents. Hell, I got one child that's ADHD, and he takes me through the ringer. He not as bad as he was, y'all. I will give y'all that. He's 10 now. He not as bad as he was, but he's still not bad like in, that, but he still can't focus, difficult to concentrate, following rules, very hyper at 10, just different things, And then I think he is dyslexic, and I gotta have him tested for dyslexia because he wrote his letters backwards. He wrote his numbers backwards. He read and can't, sometimes can't get it together. And I heard that that's can all be a part of dyslexia. So I'm gonna have him tested for dyslexia too. So we got some things with my grandbaby. He's smart as a whip, but we addressing these issues right here. And that's why, like I said, we had to go with medication. We had to. It wasn't no way around it. Honey, if we don't get you read that medicine in the morning before you go to school, oh Lord, you getting that call from the teachers midday. So, we had to do what we had to do. Hey, Jersey Girl said, do your thing. And say, I'm trying, Jersey Girl. I'm trying, boo. I'm trying. Hey, Dina Bailey. And shout out to all my members in green. I love you, love you, love you. And I love the ones that's not in green. Because y'all up in here giving me a view. Y'all commenting. And I love that just as well. Let me see. The different levels is probably overwhelming with Candace's friend. That's what I was thinking, because you got one that's on 1 and then you got one that's on 3. Wow. I know for grandson, that's a level. That's a level 3. He's nonverbal. He can only eat soft foods. It's like they have their days. I know, Candace. I know. And I know it's got to be difficult for them. But, I'm going to keep your friends lifted up in prayer. They need that prayer and they need encouragement, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to, deal with a special needs child. And when you talk about special needs, y'all, that cover a plethora of things. Like I said, ADD, ADHD, what else? Oppositional defiant disorders. Then you got the intellectual disorders. Those are the disorders on axis 2. Okay? When you talk about the mental disorders, that's axis 1. Those are your ADHD, ADD, oppositional defiant disorder, conduct disorder. Those are your axis 1 disorders. Then you got axis 2. Okay? That's everything dealing with your personality, your intellect. Like, if you had a learning disorder, that would go on Axis 2. If you had intellectual functioning, that's Axis 2. Mild MR, mental retardation, moderate, mild, severe. Those are all things that go on your Axis 2. So you have children that's dealing with Axis 1 diagnosis, which is the ADD, ADHD, conduct disorder, opposition defiance disorder. Then you got kids dealing with the Axis 2 at the same time, and that's intellectual functioning disorder. So kids have a plethora of things that they deal with and that they go through. And this is why I do what it is that I do. Brittany said, didn't get it. Brittany, they still got my notifications messed up. I'm gonna have to call somebody. Miss Mary always says she gonna write YouTube on my behalf. I'm gonna have to get Miss Mary to write YouTube on my behalf. I was scrolling and saying, okay, well, I'm glad you came on up in here, boo. Drop my link while you in here, sugar. Somebody might want to become a member. Libra 4 said, hello, everyone. Been here in the bushes, working in the y'all awesome life. Thank you, Libra 4. Thank you, baby. Gwen, yes, some days they be going through it. Sometimes she give her daughter a weekend break from her boys because she be overwhelmed. And Candace, I am so grateful that her mom can do that. Because think about the ones that can't get breaks. Think about the ones that don't have nobody to give them no break. That's wonderful. You know, that daughter needs that time away. And I'm sure she does. Dealing with, you know, 2 autistic children. I know she needs it. And it's great. It's great that she got somebody to do that for her. Aaron said, I'm washing clothes also. Okay, Aaron, thank you, baby. You always up in the chat tuning in. Yes, Candace, prayers for your friend. Listen, my friend's son is, wait a minute. My friend's son is ADHD, been good in all sports when he was about 5. He's in high school now, playing football. His last school sent a good report about him playing football. Look at God. See, that's what I'm talking about, Leslie. Most times, they grow out of it. And it is my hope and it is my prayer that my granny baby grow out of this thing and it don't manifest into an adult diagnosis. But I have to be real. I have to be, you know, I got to look at this thing for the way that it is. It's a possibility that he might not grow out of it. And it's going to manifest itself into an adult diagnosis. And 9 times out of 10, y'all, it does. If they don't grow out of it before they become an adult, it don't do nothing but switch over into an adult diagnosis. They re-diagnosed at, you know, the age of 21. No, the age of 18. They get re-diagnosed, but it manifests itself into a different disorder. That's what happens. Hey, Small Talk with Lakeisha. How you doing, love? Thank you for tuning in. So, yeah, you know, I mean, I hope and pray that Jarrell, thank you, Brittany, for dropping my link out. That's my link in case somebody want to become a member over here. My goal is to have 100 members by the first of the year. And, y'all, I think I'm going to make it because I'm already over halfway there. So, maybe y'all can help me reach my goals, baby. That's my link. So, although I know it's a possibility that Jarrell is not going to grow out of ADHD and it'll probably manifest itself into something else. But I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming it. I done already prayed about it and I asked God, I said, God, if it's in your will to deliver Jarrell from ADHD, you going to do it. It's in your will. What's in your will is going to be done. And I done claimed the terms with that. You know, his parents, not so much. But me, I done came to terms with it. And I just know God is going to fix it, you know. And then I even thought about it. I said, even if God don't fix it, we gonna roll with it. Because whatever God's will to be done, that's what's going to be done. So I try to get my son and Jarrell's mom to look at things my way, but they young. They don't see things like I do. You know, they don't see things like I do. I spoke to Unisha T. I believe God will allow him to grow out of it. Me too, Leslie, because God in control. And I ain't, you know, we're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it, honey. So, yeah. Coping, to recap before I get up out of here, be accepting, create a relaxing and comfortable environment, follow a schedule, join a support group, learn to identify triggers. Y'all, that's the big thing. That's even in y'all's life, my life. Take away the autism. You have to know what triggers you. And you got to know how to prevent those, avoid those, or cope with those. And that's alive for a whole nother day, but I'm going to get to that too. So it's important to learn to identify the triggers of your autistic child. Pay attention to the nonverbal communication. Pay attention to faces. Pay attention to their hands, body language, other nonverbal signs. Pay attention. Pay attention. And lastly, use positive reinforcement when they're doing things good. Always reward positively when they're doing good things. Okay? Final thoughts. We made it through, y'all. Ooh, I done went past my hour. Autism is a complex condition that can cause various degree of impairment and affect a person's life in many different areas. Early intervention is important, and many types of treatment and resources are available today to help. Find the right properment for yourself and your loved one. It can help them function more independently and live a fulfilling life. You got to find the best treatment for you. Basically, that's what they're saying. If it's not medication, therapy. ABA therapy is awesome for autism. Some cognitive behavior therapy too, but for the most part, ABA is the one y'all want to go with. If you're struggling with it, don't know which way to go or where to start, ABA therapy is the one to go with. That's the one to start with, okay? And then the ABA therapist can refer you out to any other different areas of therapy that may be needed for your child. So medication may not be for your child, but make sure you get your children in therapy. And like I said, make sure you're watching for all of those signs and those signals. Some of us children, autistic, we don't even know it. We whooping our children. We doing all this because the children ain't answering back. We thinking they being disrespectful. We thinking they just sitting there looking at us like we crazy and you comes to calling their name and they not responding. Y'all, it ain't always disrespect. It ain't always them just being to the point where they don't want to answer you. Sometimes, just sometimes, it could be autism. So you got to know what you're looking for. And I'm going to go back over those little symptoms right quick, okay? Because I know some people wasn't in here on the beginning, okay? Trouble making eye contact. Difficulty following and engaging in conversation, okay? Extreme distress when they routine disrupted. That's a big one because autistic children are routine based. Okay? Extreme distress when routines are disrupted. Facial expressions that don't match the verbal communications. Look at their face and then how they talking. If it don't match up, something could possibly be wrong. Heightened sensitivity to sensory stimuli like taste, lights, the lights bothering them. You know, texture. They don't like texture stuff, you know. Smell. Intense interest in certain subjects. Lack of enjoyment in activities. Problem expressing their feelings or their needs with words. If you got a child that's they can't get it out, you know what I'm saying? They can't express to you what's going on, and they at a certain age, that's something to watch for. Not engaging in pretend play. You know, kids pretend play all the time. Okay? Think about it. Slow or absent response to people trying to gain your attention. That's why I said you think they being disrespectful or you think they just ignoring you. A lot of times they not ignoring you. You know? Stemming behaviors such as self-stimulating, repetitive actions such as rocking, walking on their tippy toes, you know, flapping their hands. You know, autistic kids do a lot of that. You know, they do a lot of that. and trouble seeing things from another person's point of view. Those are things that you want to look out for, okay? It's important to remember that because autism is a spectrum condition, people can have symptoms that are mild, moderate, and severe. Some may even have symptoms but only experience them to a mild degree, and they are considered high functioning. But other cases, they may have few symptoms in key areas but experience severe impairments due to those symptoms. Okay? I have covered what autism is, the symptoms of autism, the signs to watch for, diagnosing, evaluations, causes of autism, the different types, 3 levels of autism, treatment of autism, and coping with autism, y'all. So I hope something was said to help somebody out along the way. By no means am I a doctor. By no means am I a doctor, but I am a therapist, you know. So what I do, and when I bring y'all this stuff, trust and believe, I done did my research. And this research is coming from very, very, very reputable places when I bring, the awareness. Now, mental health and therapy, I could talk off the top of my head about that all day long. Because this is what I do every day, and I've been doing it every day for 10 years. I've been a therapist for 10 years. So I can shoot from the hip, I can talk about it, but when I get into other subjects like this and different things, I do the research on it, because I don't want to come out here and tell y'all nothing that's wrong. Everything I discuss, of course, y'all know, is for educational and informational purposes only. But I want y'all to understand about different things and how it affects us and different things to look for. That's what I bring it for. So I hope y'all enjoyed my, I almost said presentation, my commentary today on autism. And that's not going to be all. We're going to do a part 2, a part 3, because it's a lot more information out there than this. But I just want to give y'all like a start, like a quick start on what to look for, how to get diagnosed, the different treatments that's out there, what's best for you and your family. Okay, so let's see. Let me catch comments before I get up out of here. If you are talking about ADHD, my brother had it as a child and he still have it to this day. It's ways you have to work around it. Small talk, absolutely. But I wasn't talking about I ain't talking about ADHD today. I was talking about autism, the spectrum disorder. But you absolutely right. You are absolutely right. It's ways you have to work around it. And by the time they get adults, normally that diagnosis is dropped, because that's a child diagnosis. And it becomes, they have to do an adult diagnosis, which equates to something like bipolar disorder, or something like that. And they're treated accordingly that way. But you're absolutely right, Small Talk. Awesome live as usual. Hit the like button before or after the live. Thank you. God is in control. My brother speaks with other children who has ADHD. Oh, cool. Did you talk about the picky eating? Riri, I didn't. But that is something to look for. Picky eating. Absolutely, baby. Riri, you know about it, don't it? Now, this particular commentary didn't talk about the picky eating, but that is a part of it. That is. Tony Lawson said, prayers going up. Thank you, baby. My brother's son has autism. He graduated from high school, and we are very proud of him. Absolutely. They very smart. It doesn't limit their, abilities to do things. It just depends on what degree of the spectrum that they're on. Now, the ones that's on the severe side, it's very difficult for them to do college things and finish schools and stuff like that. But the ones in 2 levels, very, 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 very capable. Very capable. And like I said, what they lack in intellect, they pick up in talents. They pick up in talents. Great live. I sent your link to my friend. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, baby. I'm going to have to catch your replay. Okay, Nisha, TT, please do. Right, they can't keep still. Home in their school, just can't keep still. Always moving around. That's Jarrell, bottom to the top and down to the floor. This is every day, y'all. He on 10. Now, lately, since he been medicated, since we put him on medicine, he done went probably from a 10 to a 7, you know. But before medication, he was on 10 on go all day. All day. So the medicine has helped to calm him down a lot. So, you know, we very thankful for that. And my grandbaby, I'm actually kind of, proud of him. He got his first report card, and I was expecting something horrible, but he didn't. He didn't do as bad as we thought. And we still trying to get him regulated with this new school. I don't know what my son gonna do, if they gonna pull him out, keep him. But his first report card wasn't as bad as we thought. So we proud of him for that. We are proud of him for that. Small Talk said, I will watch replay. Okay, baby. Beautiful Diva said, great live. I have to catch replay. Okay, Beautiful Diva. Definitely enjoyed this awesome live. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Thanks, in the Safe Zone. Great live. I pray God to continue to bless your platform. Thank you, Jersey girl. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Love the live and important information. Thank you, Sheila Kimbrew. Thank you. April said, great live. I love my autistic grandson. He is beautiful, and thank God he was diagnosed and getting the proper help. April, and that is the key right there. And now I'm so thankful, too. And I know you love him. I know you do. That is the key. Getting diagnosed early and getting help early. That's the key. They are definitely picky with food. Absolutely. Please cover that. All my kids. Please cover that all my kids are picky eaters. Ooh, all your kids picky eaters. Jarrell a picky eater too. Jarrell don't eat. And we thought something was wrong. And his PCP said, don't worry about it. He said, let him eat what he like. I was like, what? But yeah, he don't eat. He don't eat a lot. You know, he's a tall, thin boy. You know, run track, long distance. He just don't eat. And he picky about what he eat. He's not gonna eat everything. I'm enjoying the laugh. Thank you, Aaron. It's Miri said, that's my grandson, always moving. Ooh, honey, Jarrell, Lord have mercy. But thank God we done got him straightened out. Because for a long time, we just couldn't handle it. We couldn't handle it. I'm telling you, we couldn't handle it. All day, every day, all day, every day, all day. Oh, man. But thank God for diagnosis. That's all I'm going to say. Thank y'all for tuning in. My break is over, and I'm about to get back to work. I appreciate y'all once again for tuning in and sticking with me and hanging around with me. I love each and every one of you all that love me. I support each and every one of you all that support me, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful for the in the Safe Zone circle of love and peace, love, and joy. I'm so grateful for y'all. I am. You got to show them love on a regular. Absolutely. Love on a regular. Very picky with food. Yes. Very picky with food. Very picky with food. Thank you, Broken. I enjoyed your life. Broken, once again, thank you, baby, for sharing your survival of abuse story with me. You did great. You had a lot of love and support. I want you to go back and watch that replay. And if the comments are on, go back and look at all that love and support you had in the chat when you was telling your story, baby. You did great. And I know you was nervous, but you pulled it through, kept it together, and you did an awesome job. And when that book comes out, Broken but Unbroken, I am going to purchase me a copy. Now that's from me to you. Y'all, Broken Unbroken is says she got a book coming out, and it is entitled Broken but Unbroken. I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to read it. I'm too excited. Let me see. I love you too. I would love to see you in person. Aaron, where you from, Aaron? She definitely did an awesome live. Yes. So proud of her. Sting said, I'm probably ready to tell my story after my birthday. Sting, I'm ready when you are, baby. You will be the next one up. You will be the next one up. I'm going to drop pics of my grandson in the circle. He's my joy. Okay, I think I'm going to put a few more. I'm going to put some pictures of my grandbaby in the circle. I always got Europe in there, y'all. But I'm going to put Jarrell in there. I'm going to put him in there, too. But we can't wait to see the pictures, Riri. Thank you. Broken Unbroken said thank you. You're welcome, baby. Okay, guys. And on that note, I am going to get out of here. Like I said, y'all know I don't like odd numbers, so I'm watching that time. I'm probably going to leave. Sting said, I sent you my phone number. Call me so we can discuss it, please. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Aaron said, I'm in Texas. Oh, Texas. I don't know, baby. I don't get through them parts that often. I don't get through them parts that often. Aaron is definitely on our beautiful in the same zone. He is, ain't he? Candace said, Contra said, who Contra Candace? Me. I guess, ma'am, I know. I admit it. I admit it. I'm thinking about a part two. Or should I wait till I get my channel together? Wait until you get your channel. Don't you? You can tell it on your channel, baby. If you gonna get your channel up and going soon. But if not, you know you're welcome to come and do part two with me. You are more than welcome, honey. Jersey girl, what you laughing at? Is you my friend or not? Is you my friend or not? Nah, I'm just kidding. Candace, I am. I am. I know I am, y'all. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I'm a country girl by nature. If I could live in the country, y'all, I would go. I ain't lying. I would go in a heartbeat. Buy me a house in the country. Mm-hmm. And live that good country life. Yes, I will. I love the country. Aaron, I'm in Texas too. Sting is in Texas. That's right. A meet and greet in Texas. We need to. We need to. And y'all, we got some meet and greets and stuff coming up soon. I know we do. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Candace said the way you say his name. The way I said who name? Which one? Who name? Aaron? The way I said Aaron. I'm not going to no meet and greet in Texas. I'll be locked up from that thing. Leslie. Ooh, Aaron said my mom was a country girl. Oh, my mom was too. Candace said the way I say Aaron. Aaron. Okay, well, Candace, how I supposed to say it? Spit it out in the chat so I can see. How I supposed to say it? I'm waiting before I get up out of here. Y'all, I'm gonna pull a card to end the live, y'all. Something I ain't did in a while. Aaron. Aaron. Is it Aaron? What is it? I say Aaron. So I know this probably not right. Aaron. Oh, you gonna say it on live? Okay, well, when you come live next time, Candace, and I'm up in there, but you know I'm always in there. I want you to tell me how to say it. So I won't be out here sounding country as hell. You'll be teaching me a whole lot of words, Candace, because all my words country. Jersey girl said, I love you. I love you too, Jersey girl. You know I love you, baby. I'm just joking. Aaron said, it's Aaron. I know what it is, Aaron, but my accent thick. A friendly reminder, you should go and get a pap smear every 2 years. It's not embarrassing. It's taking control of your health. Be proud, girls. Absolutely. That is so true. And mammograms by the age of what, y'all? Because I ain't even had remind me next month. Oh, shoot. That's right. That's right, Candace. And mammograms too, baby. Hold on. You say Aaron like my mom. She's from Alabama. Okay, baby. Y'all know I'm country as hell. Oh, y'all, I don't think these my right cards right here. I'm pulling, but these cards ain't for the ones I'm pulling ain't for the collective. Dang. I'm gonna keep pulling, y'all. For y'all the ones that's still in here. John B, don't come in here with no crazy question. Cause when people say I got a question, that normally coming up after that is something stupid and crazy. In my experience, so forgive me for saying it. Y'all can't hear me? No, yes, maybe. I don't know what's wrong. I don't even got my Bluetooth on. Oh, y'all can't hear me now? I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. I don't even know. I ain't even had my Bluetooth on, so I don't know. But anyway, that's my cue to get up off of here. Because now the whole live messing up. And I don't want to get kicked out and can't get back in. So, the card that I want to show y'all is the answer will find you. The answer will find you. So whatever it is, there's somebody in this chat or in these bushes or that was in this chat today, because I done been on over an hour, might be pondering about something. You don't know which way to go. You don't know what the answer is. You don't know what to do or what to say. You don't know how to deal with the situation. Just remember, the answer will find you. Whatever your case is, whatever it is, it could be your job, your relationship, your family, you know, it could be a huge decision that you facing. Always remember that the answer will find you. You don't always have to go looking for the answer. Sometimes the answer come find you. Okay, y'all? Thank y'all. At this point, like in church, Small Talk says, thank you, I need to know that. Ooh, okay, baby. The answer will find you. And on that note, y'all can consider yourself, as they say in the good old Baptist church congregation, y'all can consider yourself dismissed. And I'm going to leave it up just a little bit, but y'all can dismiss up out the chat. Thank y'all for coming in. Hit that like button on the way out. If you didn't share me coming in, share me coming out. And I'll see y'all down in somebody else's live, because I don't know who going, but y'all know I'm going to be there. Because I support everybody who support me. Don't support me, I don't support you. Simple as that. So whoever coming up, y'all know I got y'all. Because whoever it is, I already know. Y'all already support me, so I support y'all. So on that note, I'm going to sign it off like I always do. Peace. Look at Lazy Cole said, period. Ooh, thank y'all for them green hearts. Lakeisha said, hey, the safe zone good. Like, hey, Lakeisha, I don't think I spoke to you, boy. Was you already here? Look at Candace talking about, I thought my grandbaby had did something to my damn phone and she just talking in no sound. Y'all know I do that. Y'all know I do that shit. I be talking and I missed a whole 10 minutes and got to go back and tell y'all have to tell me was the last thing y'all heard. So it wasn't on y'all this time. It was on me and I don't even know what happened. Thank you for the green hearts. Peace, love, and lots of joy. Mwah. Okay, y'all, I'm just gonna leave it up a few minutes so my time can match up.